Happy Thursday, folks. We can now have the weekend in our sights at this point, just these 2 days ahead before we get there. Thanks for waking up with us. All right, let's go ahead and get a check of the forecast right now with Larry Sprinkle.
Hey, good morning. For today, as far as the severe weather threat across our area, we're in that kind of low-end category across the Charlotte metro area. Doesn't mean there may be a couple strong thunderstorms with gusty winds, a lot of very heavy rain, cloudy ground lightning, even P to dime-sized hail. So let's take a look at that hour-by-hour forecast. 10 a.m., 73 degrees. Right around lunchtime, upper 70s. We'll be with a cloud cover in the low 80s for the afternoon. A storm chance between about 4 and 4 tomorrow morning. So the chance of rain late this afternoon through tonight into early tomorrow morning. And that's your forecast, Ben.
Larry, thanks. Turning to our 5 big stories of the day in your morning rush. This morning, Union County School is making the switch to virtual learning just days into the fall semester. 2 staff members at Poplar Elementary have tested positive for the coronavirus. It's what a lot of teachers and staff say they were protesting a few days ago. They say the decision for in-person learning was made without teacher input. North Carolina families frustrated after students were unable to access their online classes for a second time this week. The virtual learning program experienced another statewide glitch yesterday morning. It was down for 2 hours. The state superintendent says the issues are unacceptable. CMS already investigating multiple reports of what's called Zoom bombing. The district says students are finding their way into the wrong online classes intentionally and then disrupting the lesson. Experts recommending teachers add waiting rooms to their Zoom meetings so they can approve the students individually. Last-minute preps underway for the RNC here in Charlotte. CMPD has started to close down roadways and parking near the convention center, and the department says it is prepared for any protest. Just over 300 delegates are going to be in town for the convention, which starts on Monday.
As the Democrats wrap their convention and Joe Biden speaks to the nation about his vision as the party's nominee. He will speak from the same stage as Senator Kamala Harris, his running mate, who last night talked about her family, her work as a prosecutor, issues like racism and civil rights. And she also talked about President Trump, but not as forcefully as President Obama. He really went in on President Trump, his character, his record, as the Democrats really made a big effort to urge everyone to vote and vote early.
Tracy, thank you. As we've been doing all week here on Wake Up Charlotte, recapping the night before of the DNC. If you missed it, it was a historic moment as Vice Presidential candidate Kamala Harris formally accepted her nomination. For the first time, a woman of color accepting formally the nomination for Vice Presidential candidate of a major party. She delivered a powerful and emotional, also personal speech referencing her immigrant parents and her pride in that. Take a listen here.
She probably could have never imagined that I would be standing before you now and speaking these words. I accept your nomination for Vice President of the United States of America.
Also last night, former President Barack Obama speaking, and President Trump must have been listening or watching, taking to his Twitter page, asking why it took him so long to endorse his former VP. Senator Elizabeth Warren also going viral for her speech last night, not necessarily because of what she said, rather the Black Lives nod behind her in her shots. Look closely at the bookshelves and you will see BLM. Also a sweet gesture from former U.S. Representative Gabrielle Giffords, who gave her longest public address last night since she was shot in 2012, saying that she worked for weeks with her speech therapist to make sure she got this right. A local family making an appearance, the mixed immigration status family, talked about their journey to America and their fear of being separated. Just a little note, second time that Charlotte has made an appearance, 2 nights in a row in the DNC. And now tonight, Ben, it's a big night. Joe Biden will formally accept his presidential nomination for the Democratic Party for 2020. So we will be watching. And of course, we want to know what our viewers think about everything. So make sure you leave us comments.
Yeah, that's right. Especially those who can stay up late enough to watch it. All of us here go to bed too early to watch it. We have to watch
Help
the recaps.
Us out.
We have to watch the recaps the next morning, honestly. All right, Rachel, thanks. Time now to connect the dots when we make the news make sense. President Trump shocking a lot of folks last night with his full embrace of the QAnon conspiracy theory at the White House during a press conference. Now, honestly, we've hesitated to report about this conspiracy theory because it's not based in reality, but it's now getting more attention, and even the FBI warns about its danger. QAnon is a fringe conspiracy theory movement you've probably ignored, and for good reason. Let's connect the dots. QAnon is centered around this bonkers claim. There's a Satan-worshiping secret society of pedophiles and cannibals that are plotting against Donald Trump. If that's not enough, QAnon believes this covert group includes Oprah, the Pope, Tom Hanks, and Barack Obama. QAnon has since expanded its reach, now embracing conspiracy theories about the assassination of JFK, 9/11, and UFOs. Sounds like harmless stuff your wacky uncle might get into, right? Sure, but just last year, the FBI declared QAnon and other groups like it a growing domestic terrorist threat. And in the last week, QAnon supporters have won elections, frightening both Republicans and Democrats equally. So when the president embraces these unconventional movements, many others are downright alarmed. And that is Connecting the Dots. Now to some stories to keep you and your family safe and sound today. If you can't figure out what to watch in quarantine, join the club. And now Netflix is here to help us out. How kind and generous of them. The streaming service testing out a shuffle feature. Now, it uses what you've watched before to find similar shows and movies, so it's not going to be totally random. The feature is already available to people using Roku devices. Netflix says everybody else should have access soon. Guys, listen up. Grab your masks next time you head into the men's room. Researchers in China found that urinals can spray COVID-19 particles into the air. They say it can fill the air in just 5 seconds after you flush. Many health experts say masks should be mandatory in all public bathrooms. So mask up, men. Make sure you catch us every morning, 4:30 a.m. on Wake Up Charlotte on WCNC Charlotte. Have a great day, everybody.